Patrick Claiborne with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Bills defensive end Von Miller revealed on social media this week that after tearing his ACL against the Lions last season, that the recovery was more than just physical, saying he pulled himself out of a bottomless hole of depression, but that he, quote, didn't need anybody to check in on me. I did this by myself. Me and God. Former Saints and Alabama running back Mark Ingram has decided to dip his toes into the college football analyst waters. The former Heisman Trophy winner said in a statement, quote, I can't wait to feel the energy and excitement every Saturday alongside some of the most talented and entertaining names in our sport at the biggest games in college football. I'm ready for the fall. And finally in Cincinnati, Bengals punter Kevin Huber announced his retirement Friday after 14 seasons. Huber said in a statement on Twitter, quote, he will be forever grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of the Bengals organization. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Summer is here. Time for perfectly aged, always tender, and guaranteed delicious Omaha Steaks. Here's an amazing offer when you go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden into the search bar. Save over 61% on the gourmet grill pack and receive 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers when you order. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life, guaranteed. Type Garden into the search bar at omahasteaks.com and order the gourmet grill pack today. omahasteaks.com, keyword Garden.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold. Goddard's Gold. Saturday, 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
1230 KXO. It is 7:30 on this Saturday morning, working on the weekend. Today is Saturday, July 8th. Birthdays today. We got a lot of birthdays today. Big shot birthdays. We'll start with them. Steve Lawrence. He was a really big shot back in the day. He was married to Edie Gourmet. You know, he's 88 today. Drummer J-Mo Johansson of the Allman Brothers. He's 79. Actor Jeffrey Tambor of the Beleaguered One. He's 79. Kim Darby, she was in the John Wayne movie when she was a kid. She's 76 today. Janelle Allen of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, is 75. Children's singer Raffi is 75. Angelica Houston is 72. She used John Huston's daughter, a famous director. And the other guy's girlfriend. 72 years old today. Kevin Bacon is 65. Actor Robert Knepper, he was in Prison Break and Zombie. He's 64. Toby Keith, country guy. He's 62. Really good voice. Actor Rocky Carroll of NCIS is 60 years old today. Michael Silver of Instinct and NYPD Blue, 56 today. Billy Crudup of Almost Famous, SF, 55 today. Michael Weatherly, NCIS, Dark Angel, two different ones. He's 55 today. Who else do we have? We have comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, 50 years old today. Never heard of Stefan. Milo Ventimiglia. This Is Us and the Gilmore Girls. He's 46 today. Actor Lance Gross of House of Pain is 42. Sophia Bush, Chicago PD and One Tree Hill, 41. We have Maya Hawke of Little Women and Stranger Things of 25. And actor-musician Jaden Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness. Jaden Smith is at Will Smith's kid, 25 years old today. Local birthdays, we got a bunch of them coming up.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Happy birthdays this morning to a long list of people, including Ana Garcia, Isabel Contreras, Jose Carlos Sosa, Monica Guerrero, Juan Sosa, Bella Bonu, Charissa Kiles. We have Ronald Patzloff, Marisa Jacobo, Robert Moreno, Ariana Zavala, Desiree Martinez, Gloria Ahumada, Heidi Nevarez, Isabel Quiroz. We have Jessia Farrell, Lisa Galanet, Marcos Quijuis, Ralph Zabala, Sergio Mesa, Ivan Limon, Julian Lopez, Selene Sheets, Claudia Mesa, Amanda Lyon, and Catherine Hoff. Long list of people. Happy birthday to each and every one.
If you're traveling for pleasure or business, don't forget you can take us along. Log on our website, kxoradio.com. News, weather, information you can use, kxoradio.com.
And it's time for the world and the California news headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The El Paso Walmart shooter who killed 23 people in 2019 will spend the rest of his life in prison. The shooter was a self-proclaimed white supremacist. David Cruz is with the League of United Latin American Citizens.
Every day, as we see more and more politicians running for office who do so on the backs of our community, it's only a matter of time before this happens again.
Triple-digit temps continue in Phoenix. Meteorologist Chris Warren.
Phoenix still expecting temperatures to be well above 110, as it has been since June 30th. There will be some cooler air on the way for parts of the Northeast, but then temperatures are going to warm back up by midweek.
The U.S. is sending Ukraine some controversial bombs, and the UN's Secretary General is warning countries against using them.
He does not want there to be continued use of cluster munitions.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. 6 people were killed in a business jet crash in Marietta at the airport early this morning. It's the second deadly crash at the French Valley Airport this week. Legislation that could help track firearms trafficking is moving through the California legislature. Assembly member Phil Ting says his bill would require credit card issuers to assign a specific merchant code to gun and ammunition retailers.
These merchant codes can save lives by simply detecting early on firearms trafficking or amassing firearms or any suspicious activity. We think that this tool could help prevent mass shootings.
A group in San Francisco has been placing cones on top of Waymo and Cruise autonomous cars to disable them. Members of the group known as Safe Street Rebels have been doing that ahead of Thursday's vote by the California Public Utilities Commission on whether to expand that.
Even if you have the perfect driver, which is what these are kind of pitched as, like there's still something fundamentally unsafe at moving at speed with a 2-ton metal box through the city.
Mike Sauceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. And this morning, there was a single vehicle collision reported. Fortunately, no injuries in that incident. Vehicle was traveling northbound on Highway 86, just north of Red Earth Inn. The vehicle hit a guardrail. The driver was still in the vehicle when the CHP arrived, but he was not injured. The driver was not injured. The witnesses believe that the driver was possibly falling asleep at the wheel as the vehicle swerved prior to the collision into the guardrail. More heat. Yeah, that's right. As if we have not had enough. The National Weather Service says very hot temperatures will persist through the weekend and hold on at least through Thursday. High pressure will continue to predominate the overall weather pattern across the region for the next 7 to 10 days at least. High temperatures at around 110 degrees through the weekend and then climbing to 115 or above by the middle of next week. As the high pressure strengthens, overnight temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s. National Weather Service says an excessive heat warning or a heat watch will go into effect on Tuesday. We'll have more in just a minute.
El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Now, before you head out on a summer road trip, head into Quick Lane, ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil and filter. Rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
On Tuesday, July 4th, Westmoreland police responded to a report of an unresponsive woman at an apartment in the 100 block of G Street in Westmoreland. On arrival, officers found 70-year-old Maria Cruz on the floor, bleeding. Despite efforts by responding officers and the emergency medical personnel, Cruz died at the scene. During the initial investigation into the circumstances surrounding the woman's death, it was determined to be suspicious in nature. Westmoreland police requested assistance from the Imperial County Sheriff's Office Investigations Unit and the County Coroner's Office and the Scientific Investigations Team. Investigators from the Sheriff's Office and the Imperial County District Attorney's Office are following up on all evidence gathered at the scene in an effort to identify and apprehend the person or persons involved in that crime. Traffic incident Thursday morning ended up with a man going to jail. At about 8:38 a.m., El Centro police responded to the report of a traffic accident at 8th and Adams. The driver of a Toyota pickup truck hit an electrical box at the intersection and then drove away, striking another vehicle and coming to a stop in the 700 block of El Centro Avenue when the pickup, became inoperable. The driver of the pickup was detained and then placed under arrest. He was booked into county jail on charges of driving under the influence and hit and run. Caltrans and the Imperial Irrigation District were notified to repair the damage at that intersection. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is page 2 of the local news, served up this hour by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food specializing in sushi rolls. There are 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state of the union. Local Humane Society event. It's called Empty the Shelters. They say it is underway as we speak. Humane Society says thanks to the amazing team at Bissell Pet Foundation, all regular adoption fees through the Humane Society of Imperial County have been reduced to $25 for the remainder of July. To view the shelter pets available for adoption, go to the website imperialcountyhumane.org. At that website, you can also view the shelter's adoption requirements and benefits. Among the benefits, each Empty the Shelter adoption will receive 30 days of pet insurance, thanks to MetLife Pet Insurance. And the second community workshop on lithium. The Imperial County is inviting everyone to attend the workshop. It deals with the Lithium Valley specific plan and programmatic environmental impact report. The purpose is to present information and gather input for project land use alternatives for the Lithium Valley specific plan. Workshop will provide an overview of each alternative, informing the community of the highlights and differences between each land use scenario. The presentation will be recorded and input will be summarized and incorporated into the next phase of the project. The workshop will be hosted by the Brawley Alliance Center Gymnasium on Wednesday, July 19th, and repeated at the West Shores Senior Center on July 20th. Workshop will run from 6 to 8 p.m. both days. Spanish translation services will be provided. And the premiere of Green Desert. It will be August 27th at the movies Imperial Theaters. Admission is absolutely free, but you need to RSVP. You can do that by going to media@miragefilms.tv. It's a film on agriculture in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Film covers how the desert was converted into the breadbasket of the nation, history of water and irrigation from the Colorado River. It addresses water shortages and the future of agriculture. It also covers the various crops harvested in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys and a lot more. It's a film by Leo Zahn, a Mirage Films production presented by Picture Palace. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
The high temperature yesterday, 108 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 73. National Weather Service says a high-pressure system will continue to influence the region throughout the forecast period. Afternoon high temperatures will range between 108 and 114 degrees across the lower desert communities the next few days. Hot, dry, and windy conditions this weekend will lead to elevated fire risk. Hotter temperatures are expected next week due to the strengthening ridge. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 108. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 77. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies. Highs right near 109. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies. Overnight lows around 79. Monday, sunny and hot. Highs right near 111. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. excessive heat watch goes into effect on Tuesday. And right now, we're looking at 75 degrees, 21% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality this hour, moderate in Brawley and in Nyland. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Your local news, page 2, and the weather has been served up this hour by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And it is time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. On the scoreboard this morning, Major League Baseball, Mets and the Padres went 10 innings. The Mets beat the Padres 7-5. Dodgers got by the Angels 11-4. It was the Braves over the Rays 2-1. Phillies beat the Marlins 4-3. Blue Jays all over the Tigers 12-2. Cubs defeated the Yankees, shut them out 3-0. It was the Rangers over the Nationals 7-2. The Royals lost. Guardians beat them 3-0. Another shutout. Red Sox over the Athletics 7-3. Orioles and the Twins went 10 innings. Orioles beat the Twins 3-1. Brewers defeated the Reds 7-3. Mariners over the Astros 10-1. White Sox got by the Cardinals 8-7. Diamondbacks beat the Pirates 7-3, and the Rockies defeated the Giants by a score of 5-2. In the WNBA, the Mystics they defeated the Fever 96-88. It was the Dream over Sky 82-68. Wings got by the Aces 80-78, and Lynx defeated Mercury 75-64. We'll have more sports in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And Andy Murray is considering if it's time to retire. Murray was knocked out of the Grand Slam of Wimbledon on a Friday after a 5-set epic against Stefanos Tsitsipas. A match started at Thursday but was suspended late in the evening due to a local council curfew. Murray went into a Friday with a 2-1 lead, but was unable to convert that into a spot in the third round. He was eliminated from Wimbledon. He is now wondering if maybe it's not time to retire. Iga Swiatek, she is the top seed on the women's side. She has reached the fourth round, matching the best Wimbledon result. And on the men's side, Carlos Alcaraz, he's the top ranked for the men, but he had a hard time. He had a lot of errors, but he survived them all and he advanced. Novak Djokovic, he didn't have any trouble at all. He just cruised to the next round at Wimbledon. And NASCAR, the next race will be tomorrow. I'll be racing at Atlanta. In the meantime, they're mourning a NASCAR contractor who died after being electrocuted while setting up for the Chicago street race. The Cook County Medical Examiner identified the man who died Friday as Dwayne Tabinski, the founder of an events company hired to install audio equipment for the race, according to a station in Chicago. Tabinski was 53. And in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama doesn't dazzle, but he did enough. Spurs won in his debut, so that's what counts, I guess. Michelle West, she dropped a 30-footer at the Pebble Beach to end her pro career. What a way to go. She has announced that the U.S. Women's Open was going to be her last tournament. Golf, also in golf, Bailey Tardy's torrid start sparked a 2-shot lead at the U.S. Women's Open. So she's top of that tournament we just talked about. Cameron Young, he holds a 2-shot lead at the John Deere Classic. He is top the leaderboard. Top picks, Scoot Henderson and Amen Thompson, they were hurt in the NBA in their NBA debuts. The Rockets, Henderson for the Rockets, Thompson put on an impressive display in their summer league debuts, but left what ultimately became a 100-99 Houston win with injuries. And we have a free agent, Dario Saric. He has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Warriors, so the Warriors get Dario. John Jones, he's going to defend his UFC title against Stipe Miocic and the UFC at 295 on November 11th. Pat Fitzgerald has been suspended 2 weeks in the Northwestern hazing inquiry. Northwestern is implementing several measures to curb hazing within its football program, including a 2-week suspension for coach Pat Fitzgerald after an investigation found evidence to support a claim of problematic conduct. And moments after she was introduced on the starting line, Shaw Carey Richardson reached to her head, pulled her trademark orange wig off, and flung it onto the ground right behind her. Then she took off and took the next step on the long road to proving that she is a real deal. America's sprint star won the 100-meter title in 10.82 seconds at the U.S. Championships Friday night, marking a high point that comes 2 years after her national title was stripped because of a doping violation. And finally, in sports, a newcomer, Josiah Harrell, is out of the UFC at 290 with a brain disease, rare brain disease, forced the newcomer out of his debut fight. Pre-fight MRI required by the UFC and Nevada State Athletic Commission showed that Harrell has a previously undiagnosed affliction called myeloma, which is a rare blood vessel disorder in which the carotid artery in the skull becomes blocked or narrowed, according to the Mayo Clinic. That's it. That's a look at sports. Sports brought to you this hour by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it's time for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Stocks fell Friday and finished lower for the week as Wall Street struggled to shake off fears that the Federal Reserve may start hiking rates again later this month. S&P 500 lost 0.29% to end at 4,398.95, while the NASDAQ Composite dipped 0.13% to close at 13,660.72. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 187.38 points to settle at 33,734.88. All three major averages capped a losing week. The S&P dropped 1.16%, while the NASDAQ declined to 0.92%. Dow shed 1.96% for its worst weekly performance since March. We'll take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 108 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 73. National Weather Service says a high-pressure system will continue to influence the region throughout the forecast period. Afternoon high temperatures will range between 108 and 114 degrees across the lower desert communities the next few days. Hot, dry, and windy conditions this weekend will lead to elevated fire risk. Hotter temperatures are expected next week due to the strengthening ridge. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 108. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 77. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies. Highs right near 109. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies. Overnight lows around 79. Monday, sunny and hot. Highs right near 111. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Excessive heat watch goes into effect on Tuesday. And right now we're looking at 75 degrees, 21% the relative humidity. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They also offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
Is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Excessive heat warnings for places including southern Arizona, where forecasters say Phoenix won't even see the worst of it until late next week. CBS's Stacey Lynn.
Sticky, sweltering, steamy.
Another dangerously hot day for many folks across the southern tier in the southwest.
That's Weather Channel meteorologist Kelly Cass. Heat waves like this can be dangerous. Daniel Johnson with the Department of Geography at Indiana University with some tips.
Limit your outdoor activities, minimizing exposure to sun.
And he says check in with those who are the most vulnerable.
Elderly family members, young children, those with chronic illnesses and mobility issues are the most susceptible to extreme heat.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Russia is lashing out at the U.S. over President Biden's choice to supply Ukraine with cluster bombs, calling it an act of desperation. CBS's Charlie D'Agata.
Ukraine says it needs the help in a stalled counteroffensive against entrenched Russian troops, backing the White House's argument that the use of the controversial weapons is on Ukraine's watch.
Ukraine would not be using these munitions in some foreign land. This is their country they're defending. These are their citizens they're protecting.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is in China, calling for deeper cooperation over issues including climate change. The BBC's Rupert Winfield-Haynes.
This is an area where I think the U.S. government sees there is real potential for cooperation with China. There's been cooperation in the past. It was withdrawn during the Trump administration as retaliation by China against America's imposition of trade tariffs on China. But both governments say they are committed to fighting climate change.
A 17-year-old boy is being held over that mass shooting in Baltimore Sunday, where 2 died and 28 were hurt. But CBS's Michelle Miller reports the investigation continues.
Police arrested the unnamed teenager at his home Friday. He's being charged with possession of an assault weapon and reckless endangerment. Officials say there were multiple shooters at the block party where 2 people were killed, 28 others were wounded. The FBI and other agencies are collectively offering a $28,000 reward for information leading to more arrests.
California's governor has dropped his opposition to the release of Charles Manson follower Leslie Van Houten. Her lawyer is pleased.
We're glad that the governor realizes that Ms. Van Houten more than meets the standard for release on parole. She is not currently an unreasonable risk of danger to public safety.
Van Houten spent 53 years in prison for participating in 2 stabbings. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed, the end-to-end hiring solution. Attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find a repair shop with our shop referral program. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're trying to hire, all that searching, screening, and interviewing can become its own job. You need Indeed, the end-to-end hiring solution that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
What do your taste buds say about you?
The ice cream flavor you prefer might shed light on your personality.
The part of the brain that we think smells and tastes is part of the limbic system, the emotional brain, where our personality resides.
The Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation's Dr. Alan Hirsch studied the vanilla lover's personality.
Exciting, energetic, the life of the party. They're anything but vanilla.
How about strawberry?
More introverted than devoted individuals.
And Rocky Road?
They tend to be engaging, good listeners, and aggressive individuals.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Soccer players from around the globe are in California to compete in the Homeless World Cup. It is an international competition for unhoused people or those living in rehab centers. The 40-team tournament runs from July 8th through the 15th. The Homeless World Cup Foundation says it has more than 100,000 players in partner leagues all across the globe. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time.
With George Gale.
Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
AM 1230.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
KXO.
1230, KXO.